This week, we arrive at beautiful Catalina Island, a peaceful getaway just off the Southern California coast. We drop anchor in 2 harbors, explore some hiking trails, then sail down to Avalon before heading back to the mainland. Along the way, we visit a legendary chandlery in Newport Beach and make our way to San Diego, our last U.S. port before heading south. But it's what we passed as we arrived in San Diego that left a lasting impression. We are Liz and Rui, sailing on a 1982 Cal 39. Join us each week as we let go of the mussets and believe that anything can happen and anything can be. Alrighty, welcome to Channel Islands. We are in Catalina, and we've actually been anchored here for a few days, or a couple days at least. But it's just been a stunning area, nice location, nice and calm, a little wobbly at night when the winds pick up, but yeah, it's been beautiful and really relaxing here. So we just kind of hung out here and did a couple boat projects. But the water is so amazingly clear. We can see the bottom, and we're in like 40 feet of water. So hopefully, I'm hoping that I can find a dive buddy so I can go diving here, but we'll see. But anyway, we've been here this anchorage, and now we're gonna head on down to 2 harbors. Everybody says it's a fantastic location to be, so we're gonna see if we can snag an anchor spot. So 2 harbors is actually really close to where we just were. It's like a 20-minute motor over there. So yeah, but now we get to head on south and continue seeing more of this island. We just came up to the dinghy dock here in 2 harbors, and I'm gonna go check out, see what's in town. Try and maybe grab a bite to eat at the restaurant. Looks nice though. Decided to come over and do a little stretch of our legs, just a short little walk over to the other side of the island. It's a great anchorage on the other side, but we won't have time to make it over there, unfortunately. But there seems to be a lot of boats anchored over there. But yeah, just go check out walking through the isthmus of Catalina Island and seeing some of the sights, I guess. Catalina Island is only about 22 miles from the Southern California mainland, but it feels a world away, especially in the off-season, when the summer crowds are gone and the island slows down into something more peaceful. 2 Harbors is quieter than the busier town of Avalon to the southeast, just a small outpost of moorings, a general store, and a handful of dusty trails. It sits on the narrowest part of the island, with just a single dirt road connecting the calm waters of Isthmus Cove to the open Pacific on the backside. There's a network of hiking trails that crisscross the island, and we decided to start with one of the easiest and most rewarding routes, a quick walk across the isthmus. In less than a mile, you can hike from harbor to harbor, from calm anchorage to wild ocean. It's the kind of place where you can feel how small the island really is. Well, we've been here a couple days in 2 harbors and it was really nice. This little anchorage was perfect. But yeah, I think we're gonna move on head down towards Avalon. There's a little anchorage kind of right next to Avalon. We're gonna go check out and see if we can find the spot. But decided to get going because it seems to already be getting busier here on 2 harbors. It is Friday. So probably expecting a lot of folks to come over from mainland. We already have a boat that anchored behind us. Another really big yacht came flying in. And then there was also like 15 jet skiers, which you guys saw. So we're gonna go try and snag an anchor spot before anybody else takes them. And hopefully we can get down to Avalon today. Well, it is a stunning, clear blue day. It was quite foggy this morning, but fog cleared out and blue skies have come back out. But it's still chilly. Still got that chilly breeze, so keep moving south. Hopefully get warm at some point, but at least it's nice weather. As we sail south along the rugged coastline of Catalina, it's easy to see why this island has such a hold on people. The steep cliffs drop straight into the sea, golden in the morning light and dotted with patches of scrub, cactus, and windswept trees. The shoreline feels wild and untouched in places, with little coves tucked beneath rocky bluffs and the occasional goat trail winding up into the hills. We eventually find a spot to anchor just outside the mooring field and take the dinghy ashore, landing right in the heart of town. We made it to Avalon. We anchored outside in a decent spot, a little far from town, but it wasn't too long.
Yeah, just around the corner.
And yeah, we're here in Avalon, which is, wow, looks like a little Mediterranean coastal town. And there's a big cruise ship out here, so there's like a ton of people, I'm sure, off that cruise ship here. But yeah, looks very touristy, so we're gonna walk around and find out what it looks like. Walking through Avalon feels like stepping into a postcard. Colorful cottages climb the hillsides, palm trees sway over the waterfront, and golf carts outnumber cars by a long shot. It's charming, quirky, and full of character. Avalon is the only incorporated city on Catalina Island, and it's been welcoming visitors for over a century. In the 1920s, chewing gum magnate William Wrigley Jr. bought most of the island and transformed Avalon into a resort town. For a tiny island town, Avalon holds a lot of stories. And on a sunny October afternoon, it's a pretty perfect place to walk through history. Yeah, it's a very nice yacht club. Probably the nicest ones I've ever seen.
A lot of history. That's for sure.
1924, so just celebrating its 100th anniversary. So we're just walking along to the casino. We're gonna go check it out, see what's inside. Anyway, it's a nice little walkway around the bay here. There's so many boats in the bay. Wow.
And it's only Friday.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Everyone
Well,
had
people
to
probably
get
a lot
early.
of these power boats probably just come over for the day, huh? Maybe they stay overnight, I guess.
Yeah, I got a feeling people come over on Friday so they can actually get a spot.
Yeah, true. It is busy. So the casino is a beautiful building, and it actually isn't a gambling casino, it's a gathering place, because before casinos became casinos that we all know them by, casino is known as a gathering place, so it's a big theater, and it's beautiful. But there is an entrance fee to go inside and check it out, so we're kind of thrifty sailors. But if I wanted to pay $20 to go and see inside the building, I would do it, but I don't have that much passion about it. It's just beautiful from the outside to see.
Yeah, it's a nice building. What could they possibly have on the inside? It was built in, you said 1928, 29?
29, yeah, so during the Depression, eh?
Yeah, it's a huge place. I mean, who would have funded it?
Isn't it? Well, at least the promenade is a beautiful place to walk around and see everything. Now we're just gonna head back to town and maybe grab a drink and grab a bite to eat.
That sounds like a plan.
You're a happy man.
That sounds like a plan. I'm a little bit hungry right now.
Oh, so
all I
hungry.
had was breakfast. I'm so hungry.
So hungry. Yeah, sorry I didn't cook. But I don't know. We didn't really. So it's funny because I didn't really plan before coming here, and we were in. The last time we'd done grocery shopping was in Morro Bay, which is I don't even know how long ago already
That was a
now.
while back. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. We still got tons of food on
Yeah,
board.
we still have a lot of food on board, and I bought tomatoes in Two Harbors, so we still have food on board. But there's a lot of cute little restaurants, and
Yeah.
it is happy hour, so we'll see what they got going on.
How much were your tomatoes in Two Harbor?
Like $2 for 5. They were.
I thought it was more like 10.
No.
A gallon of milk was $10.
Yeah, it was pretty expensive there. So
And the total bill was $40. And what did we get? A gallon of milk?
I got 2 ciders,
Oh, 2 ciders.
but they were $5. They're cheaper than the milk. You got a drink. It's cheaper than milk. Whatever. Anyway, I'm just gonna walk around and explore more of the town. It is beautiful. I can see why people would love to come here. And if we had money to spend and blow off, there's a lot of shopping to do here for sure. But first of all, I don't need any more clothes on the boat.
You don't need more clothes.
And there's no reason to go shopping. So, but anyway.
You got 3 hours to drink before you fall asleep. It's happy hour. 5 o'clock. You got. Everybody blows their air horns at 5.
coming into Newport Beach, and wow, it's a lot of boat traffic coming in and out of here. We got like a boat on either side of us, behind us, and boats coming towards us. They're sailing, they're motoring, they're doing everything.
Fish boat.
Fish boat, yeah, everything. So there's even a big traffic sign, I think. It looks like a big traffic sign up here. I'll have to see what it looks like. But yeah, definitely a very busy place. Cool little grotto. There's like, as Rui was just saying, there's a sailboat in front of us who doesn't have his motor on sailing. There's a sailboat in front of us who has their spinnaker up. There's a powerboat who just cut in front of the spinnaker, or the boat with the spinnaker on. And then the boat with wheels that, like, when you get out of the water, you can drive it, just past us. Yeah, it's a very interesting place. While anchored off Newport Beach, we got the chance to visit one of the most legendary marine chandleries on the west coast, Minnie's. All right, so we lucked out. We're actually at Minnie's, which is a huge chandlery here in Newport Beach. Been wanting to come here for a while. Our friends Travis and Lelena are the ones that actually told me about this place, and they're actually in town for a day. So they just picked us up this morning, and we're gonna walk around, and this place is huge. It's like, oh my gosh. There's, yeah, everything from sails to engine parts to any part you need on a boat. It's here. So we're gonna walk around and try and find some things that we might need. From the outside, it doesn't look like much. But step through the door and it's a sailor's dream. Shelves stacked to the ceiling, bins overflowing with parts, and rows of gear you didn't even know you needed. It's part warehouse, part treasure hunt, and 100% cruiser heaven. Minnie's has a reputation for being one of the most well-stocked and eclectic chandleries around. And you can find brand new equipment right next to vintage hardware, obscure fittings, and tools you thought were extinct decades ago. It's the kind of place where boat projects are reborn, and where more than a few have probably begun. We were lucky enough to get in on a day it was closed, thanks to our friends from SV Island Fox, which made it even more fun. We left Newport Beach early in the morning, headed for San Diego, our final stop in the U.S. before continuing south to Mexico. It was a long run down the coast, but we had good conditions and made steady progress throughout the day. Along the way, we were joined by a huge pod of dolphins. It was easily one of the biggest groups we've seen on this trip. We pulled into Mariner's Basin just before sunset, spending 2 nights here before heading to San Diego Harbor. As we rounded the corner at New Point Loma Lighthouse and entered the San Diego Harbor entrance channel, it hit us. This was our final U.S. port before heading back down to Mexico. The city skyline appeared in the distance, but what really caught our attention was a military presence. That's pretty cool. I've never seen a submarine in dry dock before. We were coming up and you could only see the outside of the dock, and the submarine's all covered. And then when we came around behind it, you could see where you saw the prop on the submarine. That's crazy. That's so cool. it seems like a pretty typical thing to do when you come in at downtown San Diego. We are now just about to pass a massive warship. And there's a security boat. He might be trying to talk to us. It's on the radio, though. It's just telling us to stay away. He's doing...
Lots of machine guns.
Yeah, lots of guns on that boat. What is he doing? He's just going in a circle?
Just making sure we're out of his way.
Yeah. He waved. That's nice of him. Wow. You can go a little bit further to the right, babe. Babe.
Yeah. I want to get nice and close to the carrier.
I don't think they're going to let you get close to the carrier. Whoa, that's crazy. Holy shit. They wave? Hi. No? Not gonna wave? Oh yeah, one guy waved.
That's the
Look at the guy on the back with the gun.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit. That's nuts.
That's a whole lot of security.
Ronald Reagan. That was so cool. Holy crap, that was so cool. It was crazy, but that was pretty cool to be that close to an aircraft carrier. We couldn't go any further to our starboard side because the channel is really narrow.
Well, just look over here. All the helicopters, there's F-22s and Ospreys back there.
Yeah, you can't really see in this camera.
But this is a lot of military hardware.
Yeah, well, it's a massive naval base.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
This whole side's one big base.
Yeah. But just passing that aircraft carrier was kind of...
Well, there's another one right there on the dock.
Yeah, well, he's on the dock. Pretty cool. But yeah, we couldn't go any further to starboard. We're trying to stay out of his way as much as possible. The first guy, on the first, I guess, police boat, waved. That guy, he didn't wave. He was just like, get over. I'm like, we're trying. And then there was this guy with a sniper rifle on the back of it. That was the craziest part. Like, he was just hanging out with his gun on the back. Whoa. Anyway, welcome to San Diego. San Diego was a perfect stop before heading back down to Mexico. Subscribe to not miss out as we sail south, seeing parts of Baja we have never seen before. Until next time, cheers!